Blessed be everyone. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today I wanted to talk about healing spells and how you can bring more energy, more oomph, more power to your healing spells by working with your heart chakra, working with that real magnetic energy of love and compassion. But before we dive in, my name is Sandra. I am the author of Crafting Your Wiccan Path. If you want to know more about Wicca and witchcraft, tarot, magic, and shadow work, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. If you want to become a great spellcaster, but you just want to know what maybe some things that are important to maybe tick off along the way as you're planning your spells, I have a free checklist. It's called the Spellcaster Checklist, and there is a link in the description field below this video for how you can obtain that free checklist. So today I wanted to talk about healing spells because I've just recently launched a new course called The Witch's Guide to Magic, and there's a whole module in that course dedicated to healing and wellness magic. It's a very popular type of magic, and the whole idea of working with magic and healing is to use that in conjunction with other healing modalities. So I'm not advising that you just use magic, so there's a disclaimer here that you still need to seek professional advice when it comes to your health, but magic can help with whatever you're using, whether that be standard allopathic medicine or naturopathic or other alternative types of healing. Magic can really help you. It can certainly uplift you. And it doesn't matter whether you're doing the spell for yourself or you're doing spells to help other people. This method that I'm going to show you will really help. This is something that you do from your own self. You don't need any tools. You could just use this on its own. But if you do love to use candles, if you love using crystals or herbs, you can use this method in conjunction with those crystals and with those herbs. And this is emanating energy from your heart chakra. I was recently reading the work of Joe Dispenza in one of his more recent books, Becoming Supernatural, where he's talking about how they've been able to measure people's immune systems who have been meditating on opening up the heart and feeling love and compassion in their heart chakra for as little as 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, 3 times a day, over, I think it was a 4-day period. And they were able to somehow measure, it's explained in the book, how the immune system actually improved because they were focusing on this amazing energy of the heart center. So why not utilize that in your spell work? One thing I love about more modern approaches to magic, now that people are becoming a little bit more aware of law of attraction and the whole quantum science thing, is that they're starting to devise methods of being able to monitor changes that people are undergoing when they're doing basically magical techniques or mystical techniques that people have been doing for thousands and thousands of years. So if you're doing a healing spell for yourself, if it's a wellness spell, or if you're doing it for an ailment that you might have, or if it is for someone else, still follow your normal spell process. So you would decide what type of spell you're going to do. So for example, maybe you're going to do a candle magic spell. And maybe you want to incorporate a magical pouch or maybe a talisman or something that you can wear or that you can give to somebody so that they can wear it for their healing journey. And all you would do is, as you're preparing your materials, you focus on the result. You focus on what you're going to be doing when you're feeling well, or what they're going to be doing when they're feeling well. And as you watch that other person in your imagination, if you're doing it on behalf of someone else, as you imagine them doing the things they want to be doing now that they're feeling better, you're going to have an emotional reaction to that. So it's not that you're trying to imagine them having an emotional reaction. you're going to have the emotional reaction watching them feel better. And that's where the magic comes in. So as you gather your materials, you lay them all out, you're at your altar or wherever you do your magic, you're now ready to start your spell. For example, if it was a candle spell, as you're preparing your candle, so as you're putting your energy into it, as you're dressing your candle, start feeling your heart energy. So take a little moment to go into a bit of a meditation. You'd take a deep breath in, you'd let it out. You might do that 3 times, taking a deep breath in and letting it out, and then taking another deep breath in and letting it out. And if you focus on the heart area, and just imagine that there's this beautiful either green light or rosy pink light coming from the heart chakra. As you focus on the energy of love, you might even just focus on the word love and just repeating that word over and over again as you focus on your heart center, your heart chakra. And just allow yourself to just focus on it. You're not trying to do anything, you're just focusing on the color of the light and even just the word love. And you'll find that as you do that, you will start to feel different within yourself. And if you are projecting energy into your candle, or if you're making a talisman, you're projecting your energy through the palms of your hand into the talisman, then that's going to radiate from your heart center through the palms of your hand. And that energy that you're feeling in your heart center is going to radiate into the candle or into the talisman or into the magical pouch. So you would do that as you're preparing your materials. And then when you come to actually do your spell, where you light the candle, you would do it again. Feel into that heart energy. Imagine the color in that heart area. Feel into the energy of love until you feel it. And it's not necessarily going to be an overwhelming, joyous feeling. It's going to be a feeling that hopefully puts a smile on your face and helps you feel at peace, helps you feel a sense of joy and a sense of compassion. That's all you're looking for. And in you imagining the light with you just focusing on the word love, you will start to have an emotional reaction automatically. So you don't have to create the energy of love. It will flow from you using your imagination. You could imagine the person that you're doing the spell for, if you're doing it for someone else, or you can just then start to imagine you doing the things you want to be doing and how that's going to feel when you are up and doing the things that you want to do now that you are well. And then it's time to begin the spell. So chant your chant as you're in that heart energy. Imagine the wish fulfilled after you've created that heart energy. And you can send that energy to the candle again. You can send the energy to the talisman or the magical pouch or the jar or whatever type of magic you're doing for it. You can send that energy once again into the carrier, into the link, into the object that is going to be the physical link to either yourself and your healing or somebody else and their healing. You can of course do this to a healing poppet as well. So if you're working with poppets and you use them for healing, you would do the same thing with the poppet. You project that energy. And if it's a particular part of the body that needs healing, then you'd project it into that part of the body. And it's not a complex thing to do. All you have to do is focus on what it feels like here. You can even put your hand on your heart chakra and imagine that there's this energy within you coming up to meet your finger. And it's like it's coming out to meet the finger. And then focus on the word love, the word compassion, and then get on with doing the rest of the spell. This will add a lot more power to your healing magic. And this can even be used for love magic too. It could be used for prosperity magic. Any of the magics where you're trying to improve something, you're trying to bring something to you or bring yourself to something. this energy can really help because it's a huge magnetic center, the heart area. So use that chakra to help you with your magic and experience more peace and joy at the same time. It's an interesting thing when you do magic, even if you're doing magic for someone else, you're still getting the benefits of what it is that you're putting out there because the universe mirrors back what you put out. And action follows thought. So whatever you're putting out there in regards to your thinking and your imagining is going to be what you also will experience in some way, shape or form, simply because you're going to have an emotional reaction to what it is you're imagining, simply by the way that thoughts and emotions work in our brains. So when you're focusing on this type of magic, you're getting the healing benefits yourself. Even if you don't need them, you're going to be getting some benefit from that too. So enjoy the benefits that magic can bring you. And if you do want to become an awesome spellcaster, please come along and enroll in the course, The Witch's Guide to Magic. It's a 5-module course. It's one of my shorter courses, and it's focused totally on getting you good with the real basics of spellcasting, so that no matter what other type of magic you end up doing, you will be good at it because you'll have all of the basics of spellcasting already there. If you're not great at love magic, but you're awesome at protection magic, then this course will help you figure out why you're not that great at love magic and how to fix that and become just as good at love magic as you might be at protection magic, for example. So that's The Witch's Guide to Magic. There's a link in the description field below this video. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I am Sandra. I will see you on the next video.